Thank you very much, Chairman Leach, for allowing me to ask you a few questions here. Looking at the conference report, what was the rationale on the changes on the effective dates of the court?
Well, which courts? Because there's several new courts, and some of the effective dates are different.
So in the House bill, you know, a lot of these courts, the ones in the bill were effective maybe this year. Some have been pushed back to the beginning of next year, or even to 2023.
Yeah, Chairman White, we try our best with this bill to listen to the member who's listening to their commissioners' courts. A lot of it has to do with respect to timing, to local budgeting. I think with very few exceptions, possibly no exceptions, have catered to the desires and the request of the local representative and senator. I could be wrong about that. I don't think I am, but that's usually what goes into that decision-making process.
Okay. That's good. That's good. I also noticed that there were some situations where in the House bill, you suggested that judicial stakeholders reach out to disability rights. You had some really good, strong language as it dealt with folks that may find themselves in our jails with intellectual disabilities. I don't see that in the conference report. Do you have an explanation for that?
Chairman White, the short explanation that the chamber on the other side of this building wanted it out, as Ms. T just aptly said. And so I fought for a number of the House measures that were included in the House bill, and like I said, we won some of those battles, but you can't win every single one of them. And so unfortunately, this bill is different than the one we originally passed out of the House, but Chairman, I still believe it's a really good bill that we can support.
Okay. Well, that's very unfortunate.
Thanks for your question.
As I'm walking back to my desk, I'm going to contemplate that because I think you had some very good language in it, and it seems like this bill has become very uncompassionate and harsh.
Well, again, it's not just I that had the good language. Much of this language in the bill that passed the House was your language, members, your bills, your ideas, things that you wanted in this bill. I fought as hard as I could, and like I said, Chairman, we lost a few of those battles, but it's a good bill.
Representative Crockett, for what purpose?
Will the gentleman yield for
Does
questions?
the gentleman yield?
Yes.
The gentleman yields.
Chairman, and I apologize because there was so much in this bill. There were some attorneys that reached out to me a little earlier today, and they were concerned, and it may not have been a change that actually occurred in this bill, but I believe the original House version included information about courts being able to conduct certain hearings online, and that potentially that was being struck. Is that true?
So that's perhaps, Representative Crockett, my biggest disappointment with what the Senate did with this bill and relating to remote court proceedings. Members, we have an approximate 10,000 case backlog as a result of the pandemic and then the winter storm on top of that. Our judges have been so resilient and innovative in using remote court proceedings technology to increase and to guarantee access to our courts, Representative. I believe that we needed some guardrails and a framework in which to continue those remote court proceedings going forward. Right now, the Supreme Court has a lot of power when it comes to our rules of civil procedure, specifically dealing with remote court proceedings. Unfortunately, the Senate took that out. It's an important conversation that we need to have in the interim, and hopefully can come back next session and try to pass that bill again.
And I'm just curious, and this is my last question, was there any rationale or reason given as to why they were opposed to that type of language?
No.
Okay, thank you.